It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Last weekend I had a wonderful time in one of my favourite places in the world, Tenby in West Wales. I live in East Wales, kind of central Wales, Barry Island, and Tenby is just the most precious place in the world to me. I just love to go down there and relax. I've not been down for a few years, children and being busy, but when I went down there on the weekend with friends and family, we were walking around the city centre there, or the town centre, and my friend said to me, "Oh look, there seems to be a new brewery that's opened on the seafront." So, wow, let's have a look. Why not? So we went in, we met the lovely people at Tenby Harbour Brewery, and they were kind enough to give us these to walk away with. So we're going to give them a review. I'm going to start on the pale ale. But it's history in the making. Tenby is a Norman town. It's a walled town that dates back to the 10th century. So it's about 1,000 years old. And to known knowledge, this is the first brewery to brew and bottle beers in the actual walled town of Tenby. So history in the making. Really excited by this. Should we get the first beer out into a glass and see what we get? This is Tenby Harbour Brewery MV Enterprise Pale Ale. Now MV Enterprise, for me, I've not read anything on the back of this bottle, just opened it out of the box. Sounds maybe like a lifeboat. We'll find that out in a moment, but that's my guess. Blue bottle cap, let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. Perfect, really. It's 4% ABV. Let's get the beer out into a glass, see what we get. Beautiful clarity to the beer. It probably, as they've mentioned real ale, it could very well be a bottle conditioned beer. So we're going to leave some of that yeast in the bottom of the bottle. One finger, white head, nice levels of rolling carbonation. It's a lovely golden coloured ale. Very clear, it looks beautiful in the glass. Probably crystal malt used to brew this beer. Should we get the aroma? Yeah, and for a pale ale, I'd probably say a traditional pale ale. There's lots of biscuit, there's lots of bread, there's a nice aroma of toffee. Hint of spiciness. Smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers. That's lovely. I was lucky enough to have a half of the red ale when I was down there, the Sir Galahad, and that was lovely there, sitting. They got this really nice brewery. It's all kind of copper. It's not stainless steel brewery, this one. It's a copper clad brewery. You can go and have a look around the brewery, and they've got bags of malt on show, and I think the brewer would be very happy to kind of show this brewery off to lots of visitors. It's all part of the Tenby Harbour Brewery experience. To start off with, I picked a pale ale, 4% ABV. If I was down in Tenby drinking this in the sunshine, yeah, it's great stuff. It's spiky, it's spicy, there's a lot of biscuity, there's a lot of bread flavours in there, a lot of that malt really that's coming from the sweetness, and then on the other side of it, the balance of it, I'm going to say traditional British hops. There's probably, although we will read, I don't think there's American hops in this beer. I'm going to say this is more of a kind of a bramble bush, kind of slightly jammy, tart, earthy, spicy, traditional British hop in the beer. But then again, not necessarily all pale ales have to have American hops in them. This is a traditional British pale ale. And judging on that, rating the beer, I'm ready to rate the beer. Let's see if it is a bottle conditioned beer first before we rate it. Doesn't look to be bottle conditioned, but you know what? That looks wonderful. That looks really nice in the glass. So judging the beer then, looks lovely, nice level of carbonation. If that was poured to you in the pub, you would be totally satisfied with that look. It smells good. It's a traditional, nice British English pale ale, Welsh pale ale if you like. So for me, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Again, if I was in Tenby, I think it's got to be all about kind of the scenery, the setting. Maybe pair it with some locally caught fresh fish. Yeah, 8 out of 10 for this beer then. Oh, one more thing before I go. I want to give you... here we are. MV Enterprise. I guessed that it was a lifeboat. The engineer was a large 100-seater passenger boat. The first of its kind to grace Tenby Harbour. Okay, I was wrong. With Ivor Crockford, its original skipper, it would make hundreds of trips around Caldy Island from the 1960s to the mid-1990s. It remained in the Crockford family until it was sold to an owner in Goole, the Humber. Oh, okay, one more second. It's British Challenger and American Cascade hops. I thought it was more of a traditional beer, but I mean, it's still a cracking beer. Thanks for watching. Please comment. Please subscribe to our beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom and cheers.